ritual, and we also so we're gonna talk a little bit about cameras on.
Okay.
Now that you heard it, let's
Now that I can remember what I was
now you
saying.
can remember what you said. Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Hey, anybody
Play
that
it
can
first.
write a 7-minute song that I will listen to from front to back, you've done a good job.
Well, my favorite part at the end is the acoustic guitar,
Right.
the classical guitar. Steven's just amazing guitar player. Amazing guitar player. Just blows me. And like when I first got this album, when I first got Karma Machine, he had already named it Karma Machine. Yeah, before even knowing who I was, he just called it Karma Machine. He goes, yeah, I called it Karma Machine because the last singer kind of, I don't know why. He just,
Obviously, it didn't work out and it wasn't good karma.
well, not at all, not at all.
Wow.
But he sent me, because I had listened to the previous two Kill Ritual albums. The first one, the Serpentine Ritual and Eyes of Medusa, and I didn't like them because the singer is a thrash singer. He's very high pitched. You know, he's good for what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like it. So, and me being a singer, that's all I could hear are singers.
Right.
You know, and so I was like, is it possible you can send me this music without?
Him on it.
Yeah. And no offense, it's just I
Right.
couldn't get into the music. And then, so he sent me Karma Machine without anything, nothing. I sat down and listened to it. I go, wow, this is freaking amazing. This isn't thrash. This isn't thrash at all. This is just metal, you know?
Right.
And I just started writing. And then everything I wrote, you know, fell into that karma kind of output. And, you know, The Camera's Eye was, it's one of the last songs on the album.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about, you know, The Camera's Eye is like kind of focusing on yourself, okay?
Mm.
Looking at yourself. I always tell everybody to find some kind of meditation. Like
Right.
yesterday, I blogged about it. Yesterday, I went to this Catholic church over in Boulder City and walked a labyrinth because I had heard about labyrinths. Yeah, and I walked this labyrinth, and it's kind of a quiet walking meditation where you're just focused on walking the labyrinth itself. And the biggest thing with meditation, and this is what Camera's Eye is about, the biggest thing with meditation is quieting the mind. And so many people have a problem quieting the mind. They have so much stuff going through their head all the time that they don't think that they can quiet their mind. So labyrinths are a good way to do that. If you can't sit still in the lotus position and quiet your mind, a labyrinth is anything that you hyper-focus on is kind of a meditation.
Yeah.
It's got your mind off of everything except for that one thing. And when you're focused on one thing, your mind's clear and it opens you up.
I'm gonna definitely need the labyrinth because I ain't sitting still. You already know that shit ain't happening.
You can't sit still.
Well, it's like walking in the labyrinth. I took off my shoes and I went and I walked into it, and I was just focused on the path itself. You know, at first I was like, oh, this is like a maze. Like, where does it go? And then after a while, I was just walking it.
Not worrying about if you ended up in a dead end or a wrong
Right.
turn.
Right. And eventually I ended up in the center. And I was like, okay. And I walked out of it and did the same thing. And I remember getting in the car, I just sat in silence, and I was like, wow, this, whatever it is, really works in that capacity.
So can I just go up there and go in this thing, or do I
Yeah,
gotta join
it's a
the
Catholic
club?
church. It's a
Okay.
Catholic, yeah, it's a Catholic church. I can give you the address.
Yes, definitely. I want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's there was nobody there. You know, it's Friday afternoon. Nobody was there. You know, no Catholic priest is going to come out and yell at you or try to get you to join their religion, anything like that.
No, they're gonna come smack you.
Yeah,
I don't want to get hit with the ruler.
it's free to the public. you go in there, and that's really neat, you know. And I now, and I had never done a labyrinth before. It just, I was watching these TV shows, and day before yesterday, and a labyrinth kept on popping up every freaking time. And then my cards, I do tarot cards every day, and I do these readings, and I put them online. I put them on Instagram, Facebook, and I do these tarot card readings. And yesterday I pulled the card, and it was a labyrinth. And I go, all right, okay, time to follow my intuition. What's this about? So I went and did it, and I realized that is just another form of meditation.
You do not, I'm assuming, okay, I could be wrong, you are not Christian, Catholic, Muslim, or you are, I mean, you are with what you see helps people around you, I'm thinking, or, I mean, what would you, I mean, you don't have to label yourself.
That's okay. I was raised in a born-again Christian family, okay? And then when I went in the Marines, I started studying different religions around the world. And one thing I realized about all these religions around the world, that they were all exactly the same. They were just their own interpretation. And the new me, the new me in the last 20 years, won't put down religion. I mean, I had gone through my phase of saying this is bullshit, and people are a bunch of sheeple and don't follow, and blah, blah, blah. I don't go that way anymore. I go, you know, whatever helps people along the path.
That's the thing, whether it's NA, AA, Christian church, Catholic church, if you use it to do the right thing and it helps you,
right.
I know people that went to religion or AA over the years, and so it helped them people. They're still good people. They're going with their programs, whatever it may be. If it helps you and you're not pushing it on, forcing it on everybody else, I don't care what it is. Nobody else should either.
Here is where I take a twist on that. I think AA, NA, my brother, heavily into those ever since he was a teenager. Or even religion or anything, they all become another addiction. Okay?
Yes.
Like I will use the example of myself, and I just wrote about this. And not many people, if you just met me, you wouldn't know it. I smoked the whole time I was in the Marines. I smoked for 10 years, easy. Okay.
Cigarettes or weed?
Cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was it?
No,
That'll clarify.
I smoked cigarettes for all those years, and I quit cold turkey. Because Samuel Clemens, or everyone knows him as Mark Twain,
Right.
said quitting smoking is easy. I've done it thousands of times. And it's the truth, right? But what I did is I quit cold turkey. And it took like 6 months to get rid of that feeling of smoking. And one thing I realized was I never go around and tell people that I'm a ex-smoker.
Right.
I don't like
I
it.
just don't smoke.
Right, and that's the thing. People that have stopped, some of the people I know, I want to stop too. I'm going to tell you right now, that's the worst addiction anybody. I have been able to quit every damn thing. Meth, didn't know my mom was a tweaker until after I did, and I was like, wow, that's why my family's so freaked out. I did all that, everything I could quit them goddamn cigarettes, man. They put more poisons and more addicted.
Right.
And there is no medical or head reason for having cigarettes other than making money for taxes and tobacco companies. There is no.
It is a chemical dependency. I've never done meth or anything like that, but I know that they are chemical dependencies and they're hard to come back from.
Yep.
So good for you for not doing them anymore.
Cigarettes is the one I have not been able to stop yet, though.
But once you say that I'm just not a smoker, that's when things start changing. Once you get to the level of I'm sick of it, that's when things start changing. And I have a lot of friends that are involved with AA and NA, and I love them, I respect them. I have friends that are Christians, I love them, I respect them. I want to get people to go beyond that point, though, of saying that they're involved with these things and just becoming their own person.
Right.
You know, instead of having any kind of dependency on anything. You know, because AA is just another, to me,
It's another crutch.
It's another crutch.
It's basically you're taking the time you were drinking to go and talk to people about drinking.
Right.
And see, me, that was never a good thing for me. I tried that group thing and all that. And there is people it helps. There really is. But me personally, I'm like, look, dude, if I can't do it on my own, I don't want to I don't want to come and hear you whine about your 25 times you effed up. It's always that same person that's got the least amount of problems that takes over the group to me.
Yeah.
That,
Right. It becomes like a club, and
Right.
everyone's like,
This one talks, this one's going to
Yeah.
talk a little bit, this guy's never going to say nothing about his problem. It's supposed to be about everybody being able to talk about what they do.
Right. And then when
This guy won't ever shut up.
well, no, and when you're
Yeah.
when you're in that mentality of I'm an alcoholic,
Right.
that's it. It's like, and I follow the law of attraction. I always have for many years. The law of attraction states that whatever you focus on becomes your reality. So if you're focused on that all the time, that becomes your reality. Look at me, I got a beer in my hand. Am I an alcoholic? You don't know. But I could not have a beer for 2 or 3 months.
Right.
It's not
Oh, yeah.
not a crutch to me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna have a beer. Boom.
Oh,
It's not I need a beer.
Right.
Then you're focused on that.
We should have had him come in. You know what? I can't believe it went this long. We're kind of on David Cooper's time.
Oh
I
my
know
God,
one thing,
I gotta get out of
when
here.
my show
Oh, yeah,
comes
no,
back,
no, so
when,
yeah, five
when my
or
show
six
comes
hours.
back, I want you as a guest, man. I'm serious.
Yeah,
This is, yes, because me and you can have conversations all day long. We could do a talk show. We wouldn't have to play no music, but I like your music too.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
got a
good.
bachelor party to go to. What time is it anyways?
It's 15 after 17 after
Oh my
5.
God.
15 after 5.
That's
David
that's
Reed
one
Watson,
thing.
Kill Ritual.
Yeah, that's one thing about our interviews is that sometimes we have a limited amount of time, and then all of a sudden it just goes over, and it's like we lose track of time because the conversation is so good,
Right.
and the interview's going so well.
Oh
It's
God,
just
I'm
like-
sorry, David.
Yeah, but I apologize too. I'm letting it run. It's like, oh, this is
I'm
good
motor
stuff.
mouth as well.
And
So.
well, I kept talking too, man, because there's a lot of stuff you said. I'm just like, I didn't even talk about your music that much. That kind of pisses me off. 'cause
No, it's
it was
okay.
good.
Well, we did a
But
little bit.
But
tell you
I
what,
mean, the
Caveman's
thing
just a
is,
sponge, man.
it was such a
Something
good
on it.
conversation, though. I
Yeah.
mean, just some of the stuff he said, I wanted to know about. I want to know more about it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna know more about it, damn
Well,
it.
yeah, we'll definitely have to have you come back on again.
Yes,
Cheers.
most
I
definitely.
guess I'll down this beer and go to my bachelor party now.
Well, there you go.
Poor guy.
Is that
All right, we're gonna take a little.
not my bachelor party, but just
Yeah.
rectifying that.
All right, well, we're gonna take a little short break here. We'll come back and
David Reed Watson,
David Reed Watson.
Kill Ritual,
Kill
kicks
Ritual.
ass.
He's a bad dude. He's a really good friend.
Thank you for introducing me to him and his music.
U.S. Marine.
Oh,
And thank you for your
hoorah!
service. Hoorah!
Damn straight,
Yeah.
recognize.
So,
Oh,
yeah, so
nice.
I'm gonna play some Kill
You guys
Ritual.
paid
and
us.
We'll be back with.
Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, Paul from IDSFA, their new